Alright, we're on. We're on. Oh my god. That was a little bigger than
Welcome back to the 3Up 3Down podcast.
I think that's a fair representation.
Our fall 2012 preview continues. Let's talk about some Just for Kicks.
JFK! The dead Kennedys, the fighting breeds, back in the ring again. Man, let me, I'm too excited. You guys go.
Well, you take it up because you were saying high praise about JFK going into this taping.
I was. Just before this, I was really promoting JFK. So the big thing is, JFK, this is the team, they've gone to the finals 5 straight times.
5 times.
5 straight losses.
5 times.
Right. So
5 times.
The big news in the offseason was that they lost 2 of the stalwart JFK, Wes McLean and Nikki, 2 all Peninsula teams. And man,
Don't say it. It hurts me too much.
they lost both of them to go start their new team, Pitch Please. However, believe it or not, without them, what Freed's done, he didn't look at that and say, all right, well, we're in a rebuilding year. This guy went out and recruited because they have reloaded, and I think this might be the best JFK roster I've seen yet.
We've seen a lot of JFK rosters in our time that have been top notch, and you would say that this is the best one you've seen in your career?
Yep, so let's break it down.
Let me say it. It'll hurt me less if I just get it out there. That they have added Dominique Smith at Charger. Man, I love dearly a enthusiastic, just fierceless competitor. Great Charger, coming around on offense. Hated to see him go, but big addition for JFK if I had to point out just one, but they have so many on this team.
Dom Smith obviously is a big one, but that's not the only Charger that they've added to their roster actually. They've brought on a Southside player, Jacob Newton, coming from Panic Attack. Dude, this kid is fucking sick, man. He's a young kid. He's only like 21, 22, something like that. But he's got a hell of a leg. He's great defensively, but offensively, I think he can kick farther than Scott Duncan or Frank Council or some of those other guys, man. He can bomb it. Him and his brother Jeremiah Newton, they're both on the team, both on JFK, so they're both coming up. Maya's got a great leg too, so man, it's some good pickups there.
Added on the Anderson duo as well, Giselle and Nick. And then coming back, of course, Jay Kidd back on the squad, Eric Stevens behind the plate, top-notch catcher there, first team all Peninsula. Daniel the Condor Shaw on the hill, first-rate pitcher as well. What can I say that you didn't say?
First team all Peninsula pitcher.
Yeah, first team all Peninsula. But you look at it, they're defensively. Offensively they're going to be great, but defensively, Eric at catcher, Jacob and Dom at Charger, J.C. Cashwell and Daniel Shaw pitching. Come on, man. How are you going to bunt against those guys?
It's ridiculous.
Very carefully.
It's very carefully even possible against that 3 trio, and then when they sit down, you got another 3 trio.
No, it's sick, man. It's so sick.
This team is always stacked. They always bring it. Freed, probably top-notch, the best coach in WAKA, in my opinion, as far as putting teams together and letting them produce. But again, as we always go into this season, we wonder, is this the year of JFK? Is this the year that they can wrap it all up and bring home that Wentworth Trophy? And as Brett alludes to, this is probably the best JFK team that we've ever seen assembled. And to go against a couple of all-star teams coming down from the outskirts to WAKA Peninsula, we're going to need them to produce and finally get that monkey off the back.
They're scary, man. Matt Barkus at first base, along with Maya Newton.
Is there one person that you've mentioned that's not the least bit capable of being the strongest at their position?
No, not that I mentioned. They're all Peninsula talented team, players.
It's downright scary. I didn't even know that was the roster until you said that. I am literally scared until Wednesday.
That's the 5 o'clockers. We got them week 1, man.
It's gonna be a good showdown.
Yeah.
And next in the batting order of this breakdown, Kick-Ass. My squad.
Regular season champions, Kick-Ass.
We've got that regular season championship banner up in old Kick-Ass headquarters. Danger's guarding it. Danger got the help he needed over the summer, so he's back clean and ready to once again support his favorite kickball team.
I have a feeling that he might relapse.
Well, speaking of which, Kick-Ass, we tried to add some family values to the team with the Tanner family, not to be confused with the Tanner family of Full House, but they're there to hopefully positively influence Danger, our beloved canine companion.
How rude.
But coming back, Manny Anderson, of course, our captain. Myself, KB, Kevin Bell behind the plate. Nick Schmidt holding down on first. Nova and Michelle, our trusty female shoot from the hippers, I will say. They come out there and they just
guns a-blazing.
Pew pew pew.
And Derek Robbins, you know, if there was a dark horse player of the year candidate, although that title doesn't
I love
exist.
dark horses.
You know, just standout center fielder, great kicker in the number 2 position, and can pitch the ball, which JFK found out about in the tournament.
Well, I was going to say, with Derek, when I look at you guys' roster, just eyeballing, you guys may, you know, Manny may have different plans, but really looking at it, with the loss of Haas, and the loss of No Shoes, and the loss of Dominique. I mean, those are 3 huge contributors. Obviously, 3 all-Peninsula players that you're losing. I would imagine that Derek's probably going to be the starting pitcher for you guys, or
we shall see.
Yeah.
You know, leading candidate at this time.
Yeah, not to make a commitment just yet.
You guys lost a lot of depth, but you pick up Brian Pena. You know, that's a, you know.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Pena.
Most lukewarm endorsement.
I tell you what, man.
He's serviceable.
He personally constructed like 5 foul ball wins according to him. So you know.
He's like it's above average.
But I'll tell you what, your biggest loss was your biggest gain, and that was losing the terrible, horrid yellow jerseys. I hate those things. I think they're terrible. They taste bad. They smell like crap. I'm glad that you guys got the gray. You're looking dapper. That's the championship color right there. So, it's like ice in your veins, like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era. So
you guys are still. You lost some depth. However, I think you're still covered at each position. You know, you got KB behind the plate, the lefty. Manny Charger, of course, he made all Peninsula team. Derek, we saw he could pitch in the playoffs. And then Nick Schmidt is one of the better first basemen, I'd say, in the league overall. So he's got the skill and the talent there. So I think Kick-Ass, they're going to take a step back. I don't think you guys are going to win the regular season. I see you guys being able to hang with most teams, though.
Yeah. I give them like the top 6 going in.
Yeah,
power
I would
polls.
say that's about right. One player I see here that you guys got, Drew Marshall. He actually played with the Emperor's Club for a season, the fall 2010 season when we won a championship. He's a very fast player, so more speed for the Kick-Ass team. So that's good. That's a good pickup.
Very athletic team.
Very athletic.
If you take me out of the equation,
Super
extremely athletic team.
And less hairy.
Well, who wants that though? All right, so then that wraps it up for JFK and Kick-Ass. Next up, we got the new Kick-Heads and Peanut Butter Jelly Time. With a baseball bat.
Heard that?
Kickball foot.